Cinderella lived in a big kingdom, a place where dreams seemed to come true. The kingdom was known for its beauty and charm with rolling hills and sparkling rivers. She had a nice house, a cozy cottage nestled in a beautiful garden. The house was always filled with warmth and laughter. She lived with her father and mother, who loved her dearly. They spent a lot of time together, enjoying each other's company. They were a happy family, always finding joy in the little things. They would often have picnics in the garden and tell stories by the fireplace.
I love to play in the garden. The flowers are so colorful and the butterflies are always fluttering around. I sing to the birds and dance with the butterflies. It's like living in a fairy tale every day.
Her laughter filled the air, bringing joy to everyone around her. The garden was her favorite place to be. Cinderella helped her mother with chores and her father in the garden. She loved being helpful and spending time with her parents. They were a family full of love, always supporting and caring for each other. Their bond was unbreakable. Life was good for Cinderella. She felt blessed to have such a loving family and a beautiful home. Every day was an adventure filled with love and happiness. One day, a handsome prince came to the kingdom. He rode in on a magnificent white horse, his blue suit gleaming in the sunlight. The villagers gathered around, curious and excited to see such a royal visitor. He was looking for a bride. The prince had traveled far and wide, visiting many kingdoms, but he had yet to find the one who would capture his heart. He hoped that this village, with its charming cottages and friendly people, would be different. He wanted a kind and loving wife. Someone who would stand by his side through thick and thin, someone who would share his dreams and aspirations. The prince often imagined what his future wife would be like, and he longed to meet her.
"I'm announcing a grand ball." The herald's voice echoed through the village square, capturing everyone's attention. It was a rare and exciting event, and the villagers buzzed with anticipation. Everyone in the kingdom is invited. The announcement spread quickly, and soon everyone was talking about the upcoming ball. It was a chance for the villagers to dress up, dance, and perhaps even meet the prince himself. I hope the prince will find his bride at the ball. The prince too was hopeful. He knew that the ball would bring together the finest young women in the kingdom, and he was eager to see if his future bride would be among them.
Cinderella was excited about the ball. She had heard the announcement and couldn't wait to attend. She spent hours preparing, dreaming of the moment she would step into the grand ballroom. She wanted to dance with the prince. Cinderella imagined herself twirling gracefully across the dance floor, the prince's hand in hers. It was a dream she had held onto for so long. She dreamed of meeting her true love. In her heart, Cinderella believed that the ball would be the place where her dreams would come true, where she would finally meet the one she was destined to be with.
Oh, I can't wait for the ball. Cinderella's excitement was palpable. She could hardly contain her joy as she imagined the magical night ahead. Maybe I'll meet my true love there. With a hopeful heart, Cinderella continued to dream, believing that the ball would be the beginning of her happily ever after.
Cinderella went to the ball with her family. The ballroom was filled with music and laughter. Everyone was happy, especially Cinderella.
The prince is even more handsome up close.
The prince saw Cinderella too. He thought she was the prettiest girl he had ever seen.
"May I have this dance?"
They danced all night, they talked and laughed, they forgot about everyone else. Cinderella and the prince fell in love. They spent every day together.
We rode horses, had picnics, and read books.
The prince knew Cinderella was the one. He proposed to her in the garden.
"Cinderella, will you marry me?"
Yes, oh yes.
She was so happy. Everyone in the kingdom was thrilled. They knew Cinderella would make a wonderful princess. The wedding day was quickly approaching. The wedding day finally arrived, a day filled with joy and anticipation. Cinderella looked absolutely beautiful in her white dress, her eyes sparkling with happiness as she prepared for the big moment. The prince looked incredibly handsome in his elegant suit, his heart racing with excitement as he adjusted his tie. They were both very happy, their smiles reflecting the deep love they had for each other.
The ceremony was beautiful, with flowers adorning the venue and a gentle breeze adding to the magical atmosphere.
We said our vows and promised to love each other forever, sealing our commitment with a tender kiss.
Everyone cheered when they kissed, flower petals showering down as a symbol of their blossoming love. Cinderella and the prince lived happily ever after, their days filled with laughter and their nights with dreams of a bright future. They ruled the kingdom with kindness and love, always putting their people first and ensuring peace and prosperity. They were a true example of a perfect match, their love story inspiring everyone around them.